Yellow duckies, and welcome back to Queen's Wish to the Tormentor. My name's Viola. If you like what you see, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help the channel. So we are here in Sillin, in the Kranos Woods. We're in the pub or the tavern, whichever you want to call it. And there's another character to talk to. There's a young man of the rose sitting in one of the inn's table. The inn. Okay, the inn. He wears heavy wool clothes, dirty and worn from many miles on the road. His hair is a fiery red. There's a pile of small burlap sacks on the floor by his feet. He is a popular fellow. Local villagers, thin and hungry looking, constantly enter. They speak with him and leave. None of them go without one of his bags. They look like they contain grain, much needed food for the poor of the row. When his work is finally done and the bags are mostly gone, he invites you to sit with him. For once in life, the mighty come after the poor. Come, noble envoy, and sit with Reggie Gamak. I welcome the company. Greetings to you. And to you, visitor of Haven. Your fame travels ahead of you. I would speak to you. I would love to speak with you and learn more of the world. It won't keep me from my purpose. And what is your purpose? I travel the lands of the Row and feed the hungry. There is no city in our mountains I do not visit, to bring them a moment of hope to those who struggle. If you have a moment, I would love to tell you a story. It might teach you about our land. How do you help the poor? A kind word and a day's supply of food. I can't save those who struggle, but I can give a moment of rest and take a breath. How do you know who is worth helping? Because they ask. The Row are proud. No true one among us would ask for aid unless it was truly needed. Sometimes a brigand tries to take advantage. When this happens, I can count on the townsfolk to deal with him. Where does the food you give away come from? Many donate to my cause. The rest comes from my own clan's farm on the Gentle Coast. What inspired you to this calling? He sighs. I was inspired by the lost. I do what they would have wanted. What she might have wanted, might still want. Inspired by the lost? To explain, I would have to tell you my tale. If you wish to hear it, you only need to ask. He seems strange to the Row. He frowns. That is a strange thing to say. I help those who are in need. Why is that strange? Actually, never mind. Of course. I would like to hear your story. He nods and takes a deep breath. The smile fades from his face. It is a sad story. All strange, all true. It is why I spend so much time on the road trying to help those in need. It is the story of my sister, Sereni. Tell me about Sereni. She was a lovely, wonderful girl. Quiet and strange. Touched by spirits, some say. When she was young, they said she was simple. But we knew the truth. She spoke when she had something to say. Yet, she was also charmed. She said truths others did not want to hear. She became skilled with herbs. And she could calm an angry beast with a touch. Then our villagers changed. They no longer said she was simple. They said she was a witch. Did she have magical powers? I don't know. I never will. I like to think that her spirit was so kind and good that it entered those around her. The Gentle Coast shunned her. We are wealthy, cultured folk on the coast, but we are still Row. There are many old superstitions that remain. The rage of the Rokaj is hidden, but it is still there. What happened to her? Reggie's voice becomes slow and grim. She was shunned and she fled. She packed up and ran away in the middle of the night. Of course, the moment I found out, I packed my own supplies and went out hunting for her. It was the first of my many journeys. Where did you find her? He shakes his head. I didn't. I looked for a year. In the end, it was in the Hylitha. Desperation drove me there. I was camped in the snow by the pilgrimage road. There, her ghost came to me. She was there. She smiled. She gave me a message. What was her message? That she was at peace. That I should grieve and move on. He wipes his eyes with the back of his hand. And if I needed help not grieving, I should help the poor. Help those who need it in her name. Then she was gone. She gave me advice. I took it. Here I am. Do you know what happened to her? She died. I don't know how. I don't want to know. I think the truth would break me. Have you spoken to her since? No. I hope her spirit is at rest. That is all I can do. Thank you for the story. I'm glad you found time to listen. You see, I have reason to think her spirit may be restless. Since you travel to Outraged, I wanted you to know about her. You mentioned that Sereni's spirit may be restless? Yes, I don't want to sound mad, yet in my travels I have heard rumors. The ghost of a woman with red hair. She stares at travelers, but she says nothing. I wonder if she's still out there in the cold, searching. Where was our ghost seen? In the peaks of the Hylitha, wandering those cold, dead glaciers. What do you think she wants? I don't know. When I have found her, how do I find you? I can best be found in Int. There's no city in which I am a stranger. Outsiders see the Rook as the land of brutal savages, yet mere brutes could not survive in these harsh mountains. We care for each other. Have you not received our hospitality? Have you not been offered food, shelter, and drink whenever you go? True. I have received a lot of hospitality. You see? None are kinder than the Row when approached with open arms. That is a part of our deep truth that outsiders rarely credit us for. And thank you for the visit. Excuse me. Another poor woman approaches Reggie, and he turns all his attention to her. It's nice to see the softer side of the Rokaj. For a little while there, it seemed all fight, fight, fight. Gloom, doom. Fight more. Just getting a layout of the land. Sick house. rivers and lakes within this land, which it's nice to actually have that infrastructure there. Trade amongst each other rather than a lot of other places. Good. Ceylon has more trees and flowers in it than most vassal cities you've visited. It's what you would expect from the Kranis Woods. There's even a nice little grove tucked away in this corner of town. An old druid of the Kranis tends to it, caring for the garden and gathering herbs. When you enter, you get a warm welcome. Welcome to my little grove, visitor. I am Druid Miryama, one of many honored to speak with our force. I wanted to see you very badly. Tell me about your order. We're druids. I know enough of the world to know that your empire has many like us. When lands become infused with powerful magic, they draw people like me. People who feel it, tap into it, and who care. In a forest like this, we are necessary. The groves give to us, we give back, and the druids guide the process. Why are druids necessary? There's great power in this forest. It protects and sustains us. However, it is a wild power. It needs to be tended to. We must be gardeners of magic. We look after the sacred groves, prune away the sick and harmful, and encourage the good. What do you give the groves? We tend to them. We protect them. We feed them. They are powerful and fragile, wise and wild. Sometimes we need to protect them. We have great rage for those who would harm them. What do the groves give you? So many things. They share enchanted sap and amber with us. These are very valuable. They control the forest. When we are raided or invaded, the groves confuse and swallow up our attackers. Those are not even the most important things, though. What is most important? The forest gives us our identity. It makes us unique. We are the forest people. That is part of our deep truth, but it is not secret. We are one with our land. Why is there a grove in town? A true fortunate row of the Kranis lives out in the woods. The forest makes free space for us, and we live there. Some of us, alas, have the misfortune of needing to live in a town. This is my fate. I would not be here if I could choose. Where would you choose to be? A place for a druid is out in the forest, walking the groves, sleeping under the trees, out in the wilds. But that is hard. It wears you down, and I am old. Some days I will be blessed. Someday I will have a peaceful end. What is the end? The groves make us what we are. One day soon, I will be returned to them. You sit with Druid Miryama as he grinds up aromatic herbs and put them in little jars. I get many visitors in this little grove. They come for plants or for peace. Few come as important as you, of course. Why did you want to see me so much? I know what happens in Ceylon better than most. I know that our groves are angry, and that our Rasa must find someone to calm them. Groves are angry at the druids. We haven't protected them from Haven. If you go to our groves, I need to ask you to treat them with care and mercy. It is a dangerous time. Care and mercy? The groves must be calmed. The druids have lost control of them. If you're part of the effort, I ask that the groves not be burned or looted. Prune away the bad, but leaves the groves to live and protect us. I give you this request very humbly. If you can calm our groves without damaging them, I think I can help Haven's cause. What groves are you talking about? Watchfire Grove to the south, deep grove to the north. If you talk to our Rasa, I think you will learn about them soon. I don't know how to calm the grove. We don't either. If we did, we would have done it. The groves want to see you, want to see the outsider. I think they will make it clear what they want if you go there. What if I have to fight to calm the grove? Branches must be pruned. Rot must be cut away and cut out. You can remove the plants that are infected with hate, like the rootlings. Leave the parts of the grove that love us intact. Why would I be tempted to raise the grove? There's treasure in the groves. I won't hide it. You will hear about it soon enough. Old offerings and precious amber. Your governor has taken wealth from more than one of our groves. This was noticed by our people. What is my reward for helping you? I am not rich. I only have flowers. However, the people of Kranis listen to their druids. If you want to prevent any uprisings, our words can help. I've always preferred a little more peaceful opportunities. The Governor's Hall. Enter the Governor's Hall, where Haven makes its wishes to its vassals known. It is old, wood, and worn down by the centuries, like all buildings in Scylla. But inside it is different. It is fancy. The rugs are new. The hangings on the walls expensive. Fine wine is shipped in. Fancy low-dogged stonework is everywhere. The royal training tells you what you are seeing. The governor here is growing very wealthy from control of the Kranis Woods and wants to show it. And I don't like that. You meet Haven's governor in the Kranis Woods. You instantly recognize a born noble from your homeland. She comes from luxury, and she doesn't want to lose it. Her clothes, her makeup, her hair, her surroundings. She has made a tiny palace here in the deep woods. She rises and gives you a deep, slow, elegant bow. Princess Viola, I am so very honored to welcome you to our humble home in the wilderness. I'm Governor Yvette, honored to do the business of our family in the Cache. I was looking forward to learning who has neglected their duties so badly. A brief tense silence, then Yvette says, You're delightful, princess. I knew that our noble queen gave you a touch of her acid tongue, yet I know that you will be just when you see the nature of our position here. Maynard takes a brief time to eat, drink, and for light chat. Eventually, Yvette says, I hope you will allow me to say a few words before our little bit of business. What do you have to say? A diplomatic mission to the Rokaj is long overdue, and it thrills me that our queen found us worthy to send a princess. I know you're busy, so I will do my very best to settle affairs with you quickly. I am willing to give you a quick summary of our position here. I appreciate your efficiency. Of course. I'll know that Princess Viola is wise enough to not get bogged down by the grinding details of state. I will make it as easy to approve of our actions as possible. I only have one more formality before we discuss boring matters, and that is, the Ro are a great gift-giving people. It is a custom I have taken up myself. She waves her hand. You note that several Kranis women act as her servants. As she speaks, they bring a heavy leather satchel. Haven has been very successful here. The gold in the satchel is but a token, an expression of gratitude for the honor you have shown us. We are honored to give it to you. If you choose to keep me as governor, I can provide much more. My family and yours will have long helped each other. This seems like a bribe. Yvette's smile freezes on her face. It is a minor sign of respect according to the customs of this land. No offense was intended. It can be taken away in a moment. What use do I have for wealth? Well, the Queen's thrift is well known. She could have given you so much better equipment and such for your mission here, but she likes to force self-reliance. Maybe this gold can go to buy the equipment you need to better do Haven's business. Or maybe just a few minor luxuries. Seems like a nice gift. Nice but small. Yvette is not displeased by your words. Your cooperation pleases her greatly. But of course, a few whispered words and another sacrifice brought. You receive the tribute. Now we understand each other very well. And so we can discuss the Kranis. I assure you I will make it easy for you to approve me with a clear conscience. How did you receive this place? My family is one of Haven's oldest and most influential. We're dedicated to our empire, and we do all we can to increase its power. Our children are brought up to serve Haven. We receive the finest education and the finest breeding, and we learn the secrets of leadership from an early age. And education? Our symbol is a scroll, is it not? We learn history, politics, geography, magic when we have aptitude. I do not, alas. Before I came here, I knew everything about the row it was possible to know without actually being here. I'm breeding. She raises a chalice of wine and sips delicately from it. Haven is not just business and power. It is an ideal. Art, culture, sophistication, taking the best of every part of the world and carrying it to all others as a gift. You've surely noted that my hall here is very expensive. It is not luxury. It gives the Rokaj an ideal to aspire to. Alas, these woodfolk are not as receptive as the gentle coast. Efficient leadership. Yes. It is difficult and expensive for Haven to protect the Rokaj. Our partnership has to bring benefit to all. Haven needs to get something out of it. The people of the Kranis, brave and strong as they are, just don't get this. So when necessary, our guards must encourage them. What do the Kranis Woods think of your encouragement? I admit, things are tense sometimes. Foolish youths often look at our farms and our mines and our gathers and see targets. Happily, our soldiers here are fully trained, equipped, and enthusiastic. Your guards nod. They are helping me to bring to the Kranis our message of sustainable exploitation. Sustainable exploitation? These woods are full of treasures. They can't be allowed to just sit here. They must be gathered. We're currently experimenting to find the correct rate so that we don't destroy the place. Perhaps we have been overly enthusiastic. We are correcting our errors. Tell me the situation in the Kranis Woods. Of course, matters in the Rokaj are growing somewhat tense. They tried to kill you, so this is not a surprise. Right now, the sacred groves of the Kranis are acting up. Their wild magic is acting against us. We're working to correct this. This has also caused some Kranis warriors to engage in illegal disruptions. How do you deal with disruptions? So many of our vassals have problems with roaming thugs and minor rebellions. Have no worries. My soldiers have no problem reminding the Kranis who is powerful party here. Do you talk about retribution? Yes, this is why the Queen sent you to calm things. She knows what is happening here. She wants our work to continue, but she also wants you to calm things a bit. We all have great faith in you. Let's talk about the state of Haven's forces here. Of course, our soldiers are fine warriors, true representatives of Haven. Some of our forts might be growing a little worn, but nothing that can't be easily repaired. You seem more interested in getting wealth than representing Haven. Now Yvette is annoyed. I can do both. Lots of people are getting rich here. We pay plenty to the crown. My family's support to your mother's even more important. You're in no position to judge me. When you decide whether to replace me, bear that in mind. I want to talk about something specific. I'm here to help you learn about the Crown's Woods. It is a strange place. I know it very well. Some things you learn will be alien or shocking, but, well, that is the Rakesh. It seems routine to hand out bribes out here. That laughs. It is easy to grow naive in the capital. Every vessel runs on bribes. The rule of land looks good on paper, but it is slow and awkward and very inefficient. Bribes lubricate our nation. They make things happen. Feel how you choose. It will never change. I have some ideas on how to improve your rule. Yvette sighs. Of course you do. You may give me all your notes before you disappear and forget about us for 10 years. Doesn't matter and isn't necessary. I do my job, and that is all that matters. It might help me allow you to remain governor. It is your decision. You are the princess. Then your mother will listen to your decision and do whatever she wants. We are both at her mercy. So write down your clever ideas until time stops. It doesn't matter. And what do you think your job is? My job is to keep the Krannis peaceful and send Haven taxes. The Krannis is peaceful. Taxes are paid. If you have any ideas about what I can change to aid efficiency or improve the road to suit your tastes, do with them whatever you want. Gosh. She's a... What is Karen? Ooh, I am so going to kick you out of this position. You are not staying here. The lower level of Haven's Hall is opulent and expensive. The upper floor is more of the same. A lone soldier is sitting and working at the table here. Maps and ledgers are piled on the table in front of him. His arms and armor are piled on the floor by his feet. He is a young man, serious and efficient. When he sees who you are, he leaps to his feet. Princess of Haven, I am Evelyn, counsel to the governor. It is very, very good to see you here. He bows to you. It is a long bow. Awkwardly so. He doesn't straighten up. Alright, stand up. Counselor Evelyn rises. Of course, I'm sorry. I have been isolated out here, waiting for support. The situation here is very difficult. I've been trying to get someone to pay attention, but... I'm sorry. I must be polite. Easy to forget. Please sit and have some tea. What is a counselor? I am the assistant to Governor Yvette. All governors are supposed to have one. It's a big job, being governor, that is. Where are you from? I'm a Havener. I was born and raised in Diandia, the vassal to the east, born to Haven merchants in that land. I grew up foreign, but I am as loyal to the Empire as any. And what do you do for Yvette? Governors get councils to support them and give them advice, of course. Yvette doesn't want my advice, and she doesn't trust me with anything important, so I stay up here and record what is happening. How did you get this position? Since I grew up in the next vassal over, when I joined the army, it was natural to send me back here. My superiors thought I had sense, so they sent me to Yvette. Her hall here is pretty isolated, and they wanted her to have help. What did Yvette think of it? She was not pleased. She had picked members of her family to be here with her. They even wanted to have someone independent watching her. I dissent. I gave my advice. She stuck me up here soon after that. He laughs. She probably doesn't remember that I'm here. What is the status of our problem? Council Ablin is silent for a long moment. You give him time to sort through whatever is happening in his head. Finally, he says, Princess, I need your permission to speak frankly. Haven's affairs have been handled very badly here. However, I don't want to speak badly of a superior. I give you permission to tell me the truth, no matter how difficult. That is very kind, but I know the punishment for speaking truth. Still, I will tell you the truth about Governor Yvette. Then I will face the consequences. You won't have to take my word for it. Wander around, learn more about what has been happening. Then talk to me. I can say so much. Tell me the truth about Governor Yvette. She is corrupt. I want to say she is incompetent, but she's very skilled at what she wants to do. Enrich herself and her family. Meanwhile, our colony here grows more unstable by the day. She takes bribes and infuriates the locals. If nothing is done, violence will result. What sort of disaster awaits? I know it sounds strange, but this whole forest is magical. It thinks, in a way. It looks after its people. It's not strong, though. It can be killed if too many settlers come and chop down too much. If that happens, the people of the Krannis will go mad. Don't all our governors take the occasional bribe? I can't say. I'm young, I haven't served many. However, Yvette has sold too much of the Krannis woods to outsiders. It angers the forest, and it angers the people. The row will lash out soon if things aren't calmed. How are Haven's forts doing? You should see Fort Grove too if you haven't already. We get supplies and money to maintain ourselves. Much of the money vanishes. Large portions of the supplies are sold. The fort decays. Where does all the money go? Governor Yvette collects it. It enters her halls. I don't know where it goes, and she gets very angry when I ask for some to purchase weapons and such. He laughs. I wouldn't be surprised if she offers you a bag of it. Certainly doesn't buy anything that would defend us here. Do we really need strong forts here? This is the Rokaj, and people are very angry. They won't show it. Deep truth and all that. They'll be nice and smiley and friendly right until they stick the knife in. You really think they're that angry? Yvette sold land to intruders from the Gentle Coast, and now the forest is making monsters to attack them. Yes, the Krannis is very angry. So you don't like Governor Yvette. What should I do? I'm sorry, Princess, but I don't know. I'm not nobility. I'm only a plain soldier, but I see what is happening. It's not good to have her here. I would need to select someone to replace Yvette. That makes things even more difficult. There are no good candidates. Almost everyone here but me was selected by her, chosen from her family and her allies. I wish I could be more helpful. All I can do is say what has happened and trust in the wisdom of the ground. And if the Queen doesn't want Yvette replaced, I would never question the Queen. I know you came here to get information, so I gave it. I want her gone too. She does not deserve to be here, from everything I have seen. What's more, do I have another option? Okay. That's kind of let's see. Pengon, Ferrex, Sick house. Let's go to the trading post. Sort of good to sell. Ooh, okay. Poison resist. Those. Already got one of those. Probably means here. I'm gonna keep the rest of my money. Probably move that one down to 10. Okay, then we'll just sell it. Alright guys, and that is going to be it for today's episode. So, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to keep up to date on all the videos, and remember to free the feral wildflower in you. Bye-bye!